Hi guys, and welcome back to the What Am I Even Doing podcast. I'm your host, Kenzie, and we're joined by my best friend,
Karsen jarnett.
We're deciding to, so I'm sorry if it gets loud. I'm hoping the audio is going to be fine. If not, then I'll just talk like to the mic down here or something. But we're at, where are we at? What is this place called? Wine and
Old Town Wine and Brew. And I think we're in Arroyo Grande at this point.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're wine tasting. Well, we were gonna do like a full like wine tasting situation, but apparently every place is closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
So weird.
That's so fucking random. Why is it like that?
I don't know. I guess because they need a weekend maybe, and everyone drinks on the weekend, so they selected a different weekend.
That is true.
It's weird that it's universal though. Like Tuesday and Wednesday.
Maybe they should like talk to each other, and then throughout the week they can be off on like off days. You know,
think that'd be nice for the general public.
I think that would be nice.
Who
for
wants
the
to drink on
too.
Tuesday and Wednesday?
If you're listening, we want to drink on Tuesday and Wednesday. So here we go. Oh, so I guess for our beverages, I'm drinking a rosé Pinot. Actually, I don't know who it's from though. I didn't bring the menu out here.
And I'm drinking a Grenache, which is a wine I've never heard of, but it's delicious.
Yeah. And you said you're a red person, right?
Yeah.
So I usually drink a red, but it's very sweet. It's definitely a dessert wine. The one I tried was fine, but I wanted to branch out.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we're here, and yeah, tell the pod who you are.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Karsen jarnett. 29.
Yes.
And I'm a professional dancer / performer in general. I also act and sing and
model recently.
And yes, I will be doing my first modeling gig this year.
It's so exciting.
So all of that jazz. And when I say professional dancer, I don't mean stripping. I say this every time.
We have to. Yeah, that's so funny.
Hip hop, breakdancing, tap, acro, lyrical, ballet,
literally
jazz,
anything but on a pole,
etc.
Which no shade.
Yeah, no shade at all. Actually, I tried pole dancing, like just in one of those workout classes, and like I have some friends who do pole in my like burlesque troupe, and so I've tried it a few times, and it's fucking hard.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
It's really, really impressive when people can pole dance. I want to really bad. There's a place in our hometown. There's a place there that I thought would be kind of cool to figure out maybe if they wanted to do any like drop-in teaching things, so you could probably teach there for if you wanted to come visit.
At the pole place?
But they do heels classes, and they also do just like sexy whatever.
I was gonna say, I was like, when I say I've tried pole, I mean like
I'm not like a professional.
I could do like a basic pole sit, and like also like especially if it's on the spinny thing, I'm like, what's happening?
Motion sickness all the way down or something. Got to take a Dramamine before you get on the pole.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic, but I do my absolute best, which is super minimal.
Yeah, that's like the next thing I want to try, but I haven't stepped into a dance studio in a really long time.
Mad good upper body and ab situation.
Which is why I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's the best workout that you could ever ask for sure. Anyway, so we've known each other since we were 8 years old. We came to the conclusion it was 8 and not 7 or 9, right?
I thought I was 8 and you were 7. Because you're low-key young as fuck.
I'm not even that much younger than you.
I know, but like you're actually all three of my like closest friends are like they're close in age to you. So like we're like within the same like year bracket, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's 94 and 95 for everybody, but it's weird because I'm always like coming into the next year, and then it's yours / their birthdays, and everybody's just turning 29 or whatever.
And you're like, by the way, I'm turning 30 in a couple months. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I'm just slightly ahead of the curve there.
And I wouldn't say, well, I don't know. I'm less than half a year younger than you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm not that much younger, I don't
think. But then you have like, well, I don't know. I won't break people's privacy and say their names without asking. But I have one of those other friends. His birthday is in August, so it's like really close, like almost a year. Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Wow. Well, okay. So we met when I was 7 and you were 8, or when you were 9 and I was 8.
I think you were 7 and I was 8.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that.
It was definitely 2003. I can tell you that much.
It was in 2003. How old was I in 2003?
That's when I started dancing. Was September 2003. Well, it's 2024, so that's 23 years or 21 years ago. Can I math?
Am I okay?
Yeah. So you might have been 6.
No, I did not start dancing that early.
Because your birthday is earlier in the year. So
Yeah,
and it was in September.
7. I was 7.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you would have just turned 7.
I would have just turned 7. Yes, exactly.
I feel bad for these people because that's a really long diatribe for that, but
whatever. That's who we are. We go in a roundabout way to get to the same answer that we started with. Anyway, we started dancing in, what did you say, 2003? Did you have any dancing experience before that?
Not experience. I mean,
like had you taken a dance class before that though?
No, never. There's actually like the funny story behind me starting dancing was when I found out when I was like 13, 14, I found out that my mother actually like only agreed to me taking dance class because she thought I was gonna hate it and be bad at it. We couldn't actually afford dance class.
My gosh.
So I had actually low-key like a crush on this girl, Sierra, that I went to school with. And we were also just best friends.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to be her best friend. She was taking a hip hop class with Sarah. And I wanted to be like in her class. So I asked my mom if I could join, and she goes, yeah, like thinking this is going to be tuition for one class for one session, you know, one
she's gonna
season,
hate it.
and she's gonna hate it and she's gonna be bad at it, and then I won't be like in for this commitment, this expensive ass commitment.
Lives.
Yeah. Lo and behold, it was actually my fucking calling, and my mom was like, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, literally your lifetime thing. Like this is your career now.
Right. So then it turned into, of course, me being at the studio like 20 plus hours a week, and me like working, cleaning the studio, like the studios on the weekends for my tuition, because that didn't change, that we couldn't afford it.
No, for sure. And then competitions are not cheap, and you were competitive.
And I returned cans and bottles to pay for all of those.
For competition. Damn.
Yeah,
my mom just swiped a credit card, bro.
Yeah, no, I put signs. I put signs up around town. And credit to my mom, that was something that she helped me with, cleaning the studio and putting up like the signs and doing the bottle return with me.
Oh yeah.
But so we asked everyone we knew to like save their cans and bottles. If they didn't return them themselves, like, you just put them in a trash bag. We'll come pick them up when you're ready.
Like I did this with you a couple of times.
Yeah.
Did we return them at Fred Meyer?
I did. I returned them at Fred Meyer.
I think I've gone with you like once or twice.
Probably. I did it a lot.
I'm sure
I did
that
it like every weekend, like from probably age 9 or 10 to like 18.
I was not aware that that's what it was for, competition fund.
Yep.
And like studio tuition fund. I didn't
and sometimes costumes. It would go to costumes.
Are expensive.
Yeah.
You know what was nice about, like, what is it? Bedazzling by hand? Rhinestoning.
Yeah.
Rhinestoning by hand, and they would just glue individual rhinestones. Granted, the rhinestones were not cheap. But it was cheaper to glue the rhinestones yourself than to buy them pre-rhinestoned.
Right. One costume piece, I'm going to guess 20 hours of work.
Yeah. That's so... When you break it down like that, it's kind of like gut-wrenching a little bit.
I would say after I got really practiced, it might have been pretty significantly lower, like maybe 15.
Yeah. So anyways, back to... that was one hell of a rant that we had about rhinestones and costumes just now. But no, we met at dance, and I don't know exactly what class. I think we came to the conclusion that it was probably our breakdancing class, because it was the very first one, and there was literally one class. Yeah. Other than that, it could have been something different. I don't know.
I thought it was hip hop before you said that, but when you said you were in the breakdancing class, that does make sense.
Yeah, I did breakdancing like the first two or 3 years of dance. And then after that, I didn't do breakdancing anymore. I was in hip hop, lyrical, jazz. I didn't do tap. That was the only thing that I didn't do.
Gotcha.
while we were there. Mostly because I didn't have the money to buy a pair of tap shoes.
They're fucking expensive. Even the shitty tap shoes were really expensive. I mean, it's like $60 for a really shitty pair.
Yeah, and I have this thing about wearing other people's shoes. I don't like thrift shopping for shoes.
Because it's low-key gross.
It's kind of
and
gross,
especially for
especially
dance,
tap
it's so sweaty.
I was just going to say that. We're tap dancing and it's sweaty and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's gross. And how many, like, I can't tell you, it's the most uncomfortable thing and you shouldn't do it, but I don't know a single tapper that never had to tap without socks and just it's a step down from wearing someone's underwear in my eyes.
Oh my god! Actually, with how much sweat
it's so much sweat.
True. It's
like,
really, really fucking nasty.
It's gross. Yeah,
nasty as shit. So, anyways, we've been friends ever since. We've had time where we have not spoken for a good amount of time, but that hasn't changed anything.
Yeah.
And I think
and
that
by
was,
the way, not out of like malice or like a lack of friendship.
Yeah,
just
no.
we get so fucking
like
busy.
Life just kind of took its toll, you know, like unhealthy relationships and
living across the country.
I was gonna say distance was a big thing. Like it was not ever for any other reason other than that, you know. Yeah. I missed you all the time. I still miss
I would
you
also put on a caveat that I think we still do pretty good. Like even at our worst, I don't think we've gone more than 9 months.
Yeah, and I think that is
at
probably
our absolute worst. Yeah,
that has to be like the longest that we've gone for sure. But it was again not because we wanted to, because we had to.
Yeah,
we didn't have any other choices. So, anyways,
I tried to really be better about that. Like as I age,
dude, I'm so bad at replying to people. And
you're fucking terrible. But you're getting better too, though.
I'm trying so fucking hard.
You are getting better.
I think I have like 100 unread text messages right now. Though.
Shut the fuck up. That would give me so much anxiety.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to, I can look.
I look at my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 15 text messages. My phone is blowing up and I have to go through and like literally answer them all.
Yeah, no, I don't. Well, okay, and to be fair, like for my job, I get a text message from the system. And so they just stay unopened most of the time.
See, I would have to open it and just not read it. Like I would click on it.
You just don't like the badge notification.
I really don't.
Yeah.
It's definitely an OCD tick, like to not have the stupid like little 3, attached to my apps. Yeah.
Exactly. No, and I think that I used to have an issue with that, and now I don't even see it anymore. Fully, I don't even see it anymore. It's like that little red number is non-existent to my eyeballs. I don't know.
Last week, my text messaging app had a glitch where I had opened all my texts and it still showed 1.
Oh my god, I would lose my mind if I was in the same space as you.
I was legit freaking out, bro.
That would be so
I like reset my phone and like called the manufacturer and like was like, fix it.
Yeah. My brain's gonna explode. Fix it now. Thanks.
You know, most people, and they like low-key laughed at me because
because most people are like not even looking at it.
Yeah, and they were like, what? Like that's your problem? Like they're expecting like actual troubleshooting issues, but I'm like, I cannot have this.
I can't deal. Yeah, no. So yeah, I have like a lot of unread text messages, but nonetheless, we keep up with each other the best that we can, I would say. And we're here to talk about how old we are.
Old.
We're old now. We are old.
Old bitches.
We're both 29, and like we've been talking about already, I turned 29 in January, and you turned 29 last September. And so now we've kind of got a good perspective about what 29 is. At least you do, because I've been 29 for 2 minutes.
21 years. We've been friends 21 years.
We've been what?
We've been friends 21
years. Yes, we have. We have been friends 21
years. We've been friends a full drinking age adult.
That's in fucking insane. Like that's actually. Whoa.
I know.
Ew. You knew me through all of my awkward.
Same.
And you knew me through all of my emo, and you knew me through all of my rebellion.
Although to be honest, I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit and say I didn't have that much awkward.
No, you didn't.
I had a little bit of physical, like awkward, like I had of course awkward like physical phases and like baby face and braces and all that shit. But like Internally, I never had much of an awkward.
I did.
I had a
lot.
little bit.
I
once
have
in a while.
always had so much awkward. I'm still so awkward. I was just talking about in my last podcast how I still have awkward moments with people that I just meeting because I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I don't have awkward moments. I for sure have awkward moments. 100%.
Yeah.
I like live full time in my anxiety, so of course that happens. But
mental health. How we love you.
yeah, but I think most of the time I'm able to efficiently recover.
Yeah, we figure it out. I don't know. I tend to laugh at myself. I'll laugh at my own joke, and everyone's like, "Okay."
I'm very proud of the fact that people are kind of my superpower.
Oh, that's really good for you.
I work really hard at almost everything else.
Well,
that comes very naturally.
To be fair, like as a lash tech, the people that I see on a daily basis have their eyes closed, and that's it.
Right.
So I don't ever get like genuine reaction from people or anything like that because I can talk to them and say whatever the hell I want, and they can't move.
Right.
So there's that.
By the way, I don't know. Did I tell you when my eyebrows got botched?
No.
Oh,
do you need me to do that?
No, I'm good. I found a new lash lady, a good one, but that like actually lives here.
That's good. Jesus.
But it was legit right before I was gonna be filming a short film.
Oh my god!
And it was my first IMDb credit of all fucking things.
Of all things. Did you frame that? Your IMDb credit?
No, I haven't.
I
guess I should print it out. That may be kind of fun.
We should print it and frame it for you. I would like to do that for your birthday.
Thank you.
That's the cheapest birthday present I could ever get you, but I'm gonna do it.
But yeah, so I was like, well, I want to look fresh, you know. Also, I was playing a ditz who has no practical mind, you know. So she like wears basically no clothes and a lot of makeup and yeah, she was definitely a hot, stupid girl for sure.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I gotta be groomed, you know.
Yes.
And so the weekend before I go to I just usually go to European Wax, legit. And since it was such short notice, like I wasn't super on my planning game. I just went with like any lash tech as opposed to my regular lady. Mistake.
Yeah, don't do that, you guys. Don't do that.
Anyway, she's really nice. We're making conversation immediately after I left. I was like, wow, I'm never talking to a like beauty professional again. She legit got distracted.
Oh my god.
My left brow was like practically gone. It was like a straight teeny line, and my right brow was how I like it. And I have OCD.
You can't. I was just gonna say that.
I had the worst panic attack driving home. I called Nolan, freaking out. We have to go to Sephora right now. I have to figure out how to draw on my brows.
Oh my god!
I'm really lucky, and I have like these really full brows. So when I have them like maintained, you know, I don't do them.
You don't really have to, yeah.
Yeah, and so like I was like, I need to figure out how to do this shit.
Yeah. I gotta draw this in every hair.
Yeah. So we go to Sephora. Poor guy. He was like, okay, don't worry. What am I looking at? He's like, what
am I gonna get?
Totally fish out of water. Like, okay, is this what it? No, babe, that's eyeliner.
That's eyeliner. My brows don't need to be black. He's trying to be the most efficient boyfriend he possibly can.
For real, so sweet. And then, but yeah, so I learned how to do my brows in that experience. I had a panic attack straight up every day for like a month while they were growing back.
Oh my gosh. And then, okay, think about like back in the day, we were part of that skinny brow era where you just pluck them off too much.
Right, but I never did that.
I was just going to say, be grateful that you didn't fall into that trap like I did because they don't grow back.
I know. Well, because I learned from my mom. My mom did it in the 80s.
Yeah.
And she was like, my brows never grew back, you know, and I have bushy manly brows. Yeah. Like,
keep them.
I have like legit a unibrow situation when I don't take care of it.
Yeah.
It's awful. I look like fucking Frida Kahlo straight up. And I don't think that's cute and trendy. I really don't.
No, we're not about it.
No, I never caught on to that one.
No.
So
trends are cool for sometimes, but that one's not one of them.
So I'm like obsessed with like waxing maintenance.
Yes, exactly. Well, I would love to wax them at some point if you'd like me to. I do sugar waxing, so it's a little different than what you're used to.
I know you were explaining sugar waxing to me, and I was thinking about that for like my next Brazilian. I was like, maybe I should find someone who does that because it sounds better.
You should actually. That would be way better for your skin.
I've only had one Brazilian, and it was the most painful, traumatizing, goddamn experience.
You have some thick hair follicles, dude. That's just like the way that you are. And so that hurts.
It hurts so bad,
especially if it's your first one.
I really like the way it looked and like felt and everything, you know.
Yeah, and your first one just sucks.
Obviously, like I mean, I think you guys heard me like say this earlier, but I do burlesque, so that it like, you know, there's. I'll be honest with you. I feel there's like a fine line between burlesque and stripping a little bit.
I think there is.
There's definitely a difference because, you know, burlesque has a narrative usually, and also there's stricter rules around the cabaret aspect. But also you are taking off your clothes on stage for people's entertainment and sexual gratification.
Yeah.
So yeah, since I started doing that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to really gear myself up for this next show because I just started doing burlesque last year, and that was my first one, and I was like, wow, I really never want to do this again. But there's also no way I'm doing a show without doing it because you're in lingerie the entire show.
You have to look. You just have to suck it up and do it, man. Because at some point it stops hurting that bad.
Yeah, well, I've always been an avid shaver, but like it doesn't quite do the trick for like being that exposed.
Exactly. It can do the trick for other things. Not that one though. Not that one. And I think
now that you know like everything about my mons, you're welcome.
Yes, exactly. You're welcome. Oh my god. Originally we came here to talk about how old we were, but we talked about actually everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and get us back on track here. You had a birthday last September, and it was the 29th of September, and you turned 29. We talked about how you had a golden birthday. How did that feel?
It was an interesting experience, mainly because I was really excited for my golden birthday my whole life. I was like super jealous of my friends, and this is a really dumb thing I think to probably be like passionate about.
I don't think it's that dumb. It was made a big deal in my family.
It was made a big deal with like all of my friends.
Yeah.
You know, but I was so jealous of everybody, you know, other people had like 11, you know,
right.
Other people had like 6 and like even 16, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I still got 5 fucking ever
to have a golden birthday on.
Right. Because mine is 29
or 21 would even be cool.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. 21 would be cool.
Yeah. 21 would be rad.
I would even accept like maybe 25 is like sort of coming of agey.
Yeah.
You know?
I think, dude, 25 was kind of shitty, man. All of a sudden, it was like everything hurts more than it did yesterday.
But you know what, though? People really started like night and day treating me immediately with more respect. Like between 24 and 25.
What is that about?
Literally, like I would introduce myself or whatever if we got into like the whole, you know, what do you do? You know, who the fuck are you type conversation.
Yeah.
And when they asked how old I was, when I was 24 and younger, it was like, oh, you're so young, was immediately, you know.
You're so young, you have so much life to live.
Right. Or like, you're so like old at heart conversation.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
That's a huge
Then the second I turned 25, people were like, they were just like, oh, okay. Like they immediately saw me as an adult.
Yeah. I'm like, I was an adult when I turned 18. Thank you. I didn't live with my parents.
What's interesting too is it was across the board in terms of demographic. I felt it was something I had observed with older people. Like they were like, okay, you're not so naive, type of thing. People who were significantly older than me, and then also people who were significantly younger than me would be like, you know, if I was to say something in regards to like advice or, you know, whatever, they'd be like suddenly, oh, you might know what you're talking about. Whereas I felt like before that, like they felt like they needed to like vet my advice.
Yeah. That's so annoying to me. But now you're 29 and people don't do that to you.
No, not at all.
No. But especially by 25, hopefully people weren't doing that. I don't know. I think that in your entire 20s, people just don't take you seriously. It's really hard to take myself seriously, even at 29. I feel like I've had a lot of experience in life right now, right? But I think that I'm still like a baby in terms of like the grand scheme of life.
Totally. Like, and honestly, like fingers crossed that you know is kind of contingent on the fact that I don't
Can we knock on that?
keel over tomorrow.
Yes.
But you know, like if we're like, oh, we're so young, we have forever, and then we get like hit by a car.
Stop saying shit, okay? Damn,
I'm awful.
You were terrible with that. Oh, sorry, golden birthday. We can get back on track.
Right.
How
Sorry,
about that?
we suck.
We're really
mostly
bad
I
at
suck.
No.
Like I'm really bad at staying on topic. It's not one of my strengths.
No, me either. And then we put each other together in front of a camera.
I know. We need almost a mediator.
We do. We need somebody behind the camera to say, hey, you were talking about something. We're still doing this. Okay. Golden birthday. How did you said it was interesting because you were looking forward to it. But what?
Oh, right. So I was really looking forward to it, like my fucking whole life.
Yes.
And then, and it's almost like as old as you can be for a golden birthday. You know, have like 2 more possibilities.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're born in February, and then you're actually fucked.
Right.
You have like a golden birthday. Maybe you get your golden birthday when you're 29. If you're born on the 29th of February, maybe you get it.
Right,
Who knows?
100%. But yeah, so honestly, my 29th birthday, like the day was good. It was satisfying. I enjoyed my birthday. We went to like a really nice brunch spot. You know, I got tipsy at breakfast. I had like a decked out stuffed French toast, and then we were walking around doing, I don't know, like what the fuck ever. And actually, like we went to visit Solvang, California.
Okay.
For that day. I specifically, this is going to be silly, but I love shopping and I love fashion, and I specifically wanted. I was like, in Solvang, California, they have a legit hat store. It's called like Hats Unlimited.
No way. Wait, that's really cool. I'd like to go to a hat store.
Yeah, so we went to visit Solvang, California because of the hat store. And I was like, I heard about this place, and I was like, they have fedoras and like these super extra sun hats like you see at horse races in the movies, you know, and
those are fun.
And themey hats, like, you know, ones that look like fucking rubber chickens and stupid shit. You know, like they have like every kind of hat. And I was like, I really want to see this place, so that's what led us to go to Solvang that day. And then we just kind of explored because they have a lot of fun stores and things to do. Like we also went to a jerky place. They had like
so fun.
all kinds of like vegan jerky, which is super fun for me.
Have you tried the mushroom one?
No. Oh wait, yes,
jerky?
yes, I have.
That
yes,
shit's
I have.
bomb.
Yeah, and they had mushroom jerky. They had fish jerky. Like I think they had trout and salmon. And I'm a pescatarian for all of you. So that was just super exciting for me because jerky is something that I have never stopped craving ever since I stopped eating meat in 2009.
Damn, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I stopped eating meat in 2009, and then I love jerky so much. So when I like love going to Trader Joe's, and they don't even always have like salmon jerky or whatever. Yeah, and we don't have a Sprouts anywhere near us or anything,
like a Whole Foods or anything like that.
So that was pretty dope for me. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a world of choices.
So that was
I get to eat jerky.
That was a good golden birthday moment.
Yeah, but overall, like when I look back at it, I was like, why didn't you plan anything? Why didn't you go all out?
Like, why didn't you do something big? Yeah.
For my 25th birthday, I did. So it was in like 2020 or whatever the fuck. Like, we were still massively in quarantine, and like I threw like a 1950s like drive-in situation so we could be socially distanced. And like did a projector screen in the backyard, and everybody dressed 50s theme. Like I did a whole like candy bar and concession stand with popcorn and crap.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how I usually do a birthday.
That's so cute.
And so, you know, like I really fucking go all out. You
Absolutely,
know, my 22nd birthday or whatever, I went to to Vegas. I saw Alanis Morissette. You know, like I love
Yeah.
birthdays. So I was like, after the fact, I was like, what is wrong with you that you didn't plan anything for your golden birthday? Like,
After you've been looking forward to it your whole ass life. You
I
didn't
know.
plan anything
And
for
I
it.
just didn't. I was like kind of stuck in life, you know, like just really overwhelmed by life. And I was like, well, I want to do something fun, but like, you know, Solvang isn't too far. Like, it's
like,
not.
let's just go there.
It's
Do
not
something
horribly
like that.
close, but it's not too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Just
why.
like stuck in life. Okay, so in that whole time, like, what would you think your mental health looked like at that point? Then, do you think that had anything to
Yeah,
contributed to that?
at that point, my mental health was pretty rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was for sure struggling. I was not having a good time. But at the time, I was in a triad, and it got pretty unhealthy at the end.
Yeah.
And you know, specifically like one member of the triad, you know, shortly after my birthday ended up like kind of not being a part of the equation.
I didn't know that was so close after your birthday.
It wasn't like super close, but that's definitely around the time I started seeing the writing on the wall. Yeah.
So then before that, it was massively unhealthy then. So you were like really not in a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think we officially broke up in like, it was around Christmas.
So not very long.
So a couple months later.
But still.
But yeah, I mean, if you know, if you're in like any kind of long-term relationship, I'm going to say even like 2+ years. That's 2 is not horribly long, but
right,
2+ years, like 3 months is you know, definitely you're having problems in that 3 months if you break up.
yeah, exactly.
To give you like a vague idea, I'm not gonna like, you know, trash them, but
well, of course not. No. I would say, like, since turning 29, I'm like trying to be more on top of it because it's the rest of my life now. So if I don't fix it now, I'm never gonna do it. And that's how I feel about my physical health too. Mental health, physical health, all of it.
Isn't that kind of always true though? Like, what is it about 29?
I don't know. It's like if I don't fix it now and I turn 30, then that's forever.
That's so silly.
I know, but that's how 29 feels to me.
You know, like, especially like what even you look at your mom, right? Like, she's a whole different person.
Such a good example because my mom had a heart attack when she was like, I want to say 42 or 43. I'm gonna have to ask her for the exact age. But when she had that, it was like her whole life changed. That's a good example. I should like actually think about that a little bit more.
She's a whole other person, and she was way past 30.
That is true. That is true. I mean, think about when she was 30. She had a 10-year-old. I was only 10 by that point.
At 30? Oh, actually, she had you young as fuck. I didn't realize.
Yeah, she had me when she turned 20. Oh my God. You imagine?
My mom had me at 32.
Could you imagine right now if you were my mother? Oh, shit. If you were my mom, then you would have a 9-year-old right now.
Yeah, that's nutso.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
I cannot imagine having to raise a kid in my 20s ever.
No.
Like, kudos to all the moms out there. Like my cousin, teen mom.
Or my sister, teen mom.
Yeah, exactly. Did amazing though. Their kids are awesome, amazing, great human beings. But like, damn, I could not imagine.
It's funny because like Noel and I were talking about like, oh, we're now at the age where like everyone we date is like moms, you know, like we're in single mom space in the age that we are. Like everyone that we've gone on a date, both like almost individually and together in recent memory, has been with a single mom.
Yeah, they're everywhere now. Because most people have, like, I think I still get in that mindset when people post a pregnancy announcement and I'm like, oh my God, what are you gonna do? I'm like, oh wait a minute, we're all old as shit, you're gonna have a baby and live your life. Like,
right,
what?
yeah.
That's
you're like,
crazy.
what are you gonna do? Like, you as if they're fucking 15 years old.
Yes. Exactly. Like, still living in that teen mom era.
And they're 100% fucking fine.
Yeah. They're fine. They've got 2 other kids. They've been married for years. Like, yes. That's where I'm at right now.
That's too funny.
Gosh. I don't know, man. I can't get past that mindset. People think I'm crazy for that. But I do think that COVID stunted my age. So.
Mm-hmm. I think it kind of did at least a little bit for all of us. I know we were talking about this earlier. And now we kind of like scraped by on like I said, my 25th birthday was in 2020, I think. So
That's crazy.
That was when like my brain stopped developing like 6 months prior.
That's really your 25th birthday was in 2020. No, I don't think it was.
I think it was.
It's only 2024.
Yeah, and I'm 29.
And you're about to be 20.
Yeah, that's 4 years.
I'm like, my 25th birthday wasn't in 2020.
Yeah, because you're younger than me.
We're back on this again.
We're so bad at math. I think I'm maybe like so marginally better at math than you, and
that's crazy because math was my best subject in school.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my god, math was.
I love math.
Okay, I will amend that.
Simple math I'm not good at though.
It definitely was never my best subject, but I definitely got always A's. It wasn't until high school when I did trig and pre-calc that it started getting really difficult.
That's when I liked it.
Oh, I was like, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, no. That's when I liked it. Simple math, I still count on my fingers.
Yeah.
Excuse us, we had to take a small intermission.
I do apologize, by the way, though, because I'm so bad at staying on topic.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. It happens. We're just bad at staying on topic, period. Anyways, so if we try and put ourselves back on topic, let's see what we've got here, huh? I think we should talk about relationships. Relationships are really fun to talk about. We're not saying names, you guys.
No.
Funny thing is that I was in a relationship and now I'm not as I turn 29. So relationships for me are going to be friendships and like family, I guess. My family relationships have continued to stay really strong. And so I guess my friendships have too, really, I think. But as someone who goes through a breakup, I'm reaching out a lot more, I think, right now. So I think that has a lot to do with it. I don't think it has anything to do with age. But I do find that, and we were talking about like small groups of friends and how we have like,
at least close ones, yeah.
Yeah, like small little close-knit friends for sure. I have acquaintances or whatever that I talk to if I see them.
But I mean, yeah, I think I'm going to say E.
Got you. Yeah.
Is someone, I mean, they're probably the newest of my closest friend group, and I've been friends with them since 2009.
Yeah.
I've known them since 2006, but been friends really since 2009. And then you and my other like closest friend have been about
the other E.
Yeah, the other E. Exactly. Oh,
E1 and 2.
E1 and 2.
2 has to be the other. I don't know. We can't. Anyways, E1 and 2.
E1 and 2. Yeah. So let's say E2. It's actually my longest standing friend at what would that be? 23, maybe 24 years.
Just over what you are with me. For sure. So you're my longest standing friendship at, what did we say? 21 years, right? What the fuck? That's so crazy, bro. So yeah, 21 years. I would say that my other two closest, so one of them they've both been like relatively recent, I would say. One of them was in like 2013, and I didn't become super, super close to her until like 2000. No, I would say 2013, 2014 is when I became like pretty close with her.
So like right after high school.
Right after high school, yeah. Okay. And then the other one, I met her when she was like not in the mood to make friends right now. I mean, fine. She's in a really unhealthy relationship when I met her.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah. And
we've all fucking been there.
For sure. Oh my god, it's terrible.
We've been there as fuck.
And at the same time, I was also in a really unhealthy relationship. And so we didn't have the time to connect because we were so focused on our unhealthy partners.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's that. But then after that, so I guess 2017, I would say, we got close.
Okay.
And so you're my longest standing friendship for sure, but these other two mean no less to me, obviously.
Right. I think we're really lucky to have a long friendship, and that, it obviously gives a lot of context without having to be filled in,
Absolutely.
Like a by you. But I mean, I agree completely. I have a couple close friendships that are more recent, and they don't mean any less.
They don't mean any less, for sure. I just think that Yeah, I keep my circle pretty small, and so when one of them goes away, it's like, I don't know, earth shattering kind of for a minute. If you ever decided you didn't want to be my friend again,
Oh my
I
God.
would lose my freaking
No,
life.
never.
People ask me all the time, have you and Karsen ever hooked up? Because we're so close.
I know.
I'm like, literally, no.
I know. Actually, I was talking to Nolan the other day, and I was saying, like, Kenzie, like, I think we were making the drive to Vegas. I had a big gig in Vegas recently, a dance gig, and so he like came with me, and he was nice enough to like basically help me drive.
Yeah.
And whatever. So while we were on the drive, I was talking about you. I was like, so excited to see Kenzie. Da da da. He asked me if we'd ever.
Did he ask you? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I was like, Kenzie is legit my like fucking ride or die. She is my 100% fucking forever.
This bitch, you guys. This
I was like, she is a non-negotiable in my life, but no.
But that is not something we have ever done. We've made out a couple of times. It was right after I came out, I think.
Because gay, because curious, because young.
Because young, exactly. I think it was right after I came out as bisexual, and I'm not that. So it was like before I came out as a full lesbian.
We've pecked a lot, though. We used to peck on the lips all the time.
Yeah, that's because I'm gay.
Because we're fucking both so gay.
It's like trying to figure it out.
100%.
Exactly. We both just really love women, and well, when your best friend also loves women, it makes things a little bit easier to experiment. You know what I mean? So, but
we sound like a couple of fucking sorority girls.
I know, and it's not how it was. There was like, I do remember one
there was
time.
Like isolated moments.
Yeah, isolated moments of sorority girls that were teenagers. That's just what it was. I don't know. I will say I remember a specific time, and I can cut this if you want, but I probably don't want to.
No, go ahead. I know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead. Okay. I'm good.
let's watch me surprise you. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But I remember a specific time when we were, I don't even remember what house it was, but we were laying in your bed, and you've always had a tiny bed, dude. Like when we were
I had
younger.
to clean at the time.
I feel like it was so small, but maybe we were just really, really close together in it. I don't know. But we made out for a couple hours in that bed that time, and I thought for sure we were going there, and we didn't.
I also thought we were going there, honestly.
Why didn't we do that?
That was my house on Liberty Lane.
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
It was my second house after my parents got divorced.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we probably didn't because we were scared.
I was for sure terrified.
I think I had been with girls at that point already.
I had not.
Yeah.
That was
like the first girl that I ever had any sort of sexual encounter with. I think I was 13.
I was for sure
or 14, one of the two.
Contextually, of course, as an adult, I am with you on if you're making out with a woman, if you're like eating her out, whatever. You're fucking gay. There's not really like a I'm hetero flexible. There's not a like.
No, you guys, if your face is in between my legs. Then I think you like women.
Of course, it's coming from the perspective that I'm 29 and I've been with a few women.
Yes,
and I was married to a woman for a long time.
That is true.
But at the time, I laughably before that incident, I was super that chick that was like, loved making out with like girls at parties. And
see, you're the reason why the gays have bad names.
The thing is that like they were just like they would also do that, but then like I was very much more into it than they were.
Yeah.
And I would say that kind of to cover myself, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense.
There were a couple of times like I can remember in this moment like specific people where I was like, yeah, absolutely.
You're all excited to go there. Absolutely.
And they were like, I love making out with girls when I'm drunk. And I noticed that, I'm going to say fucking Cody as the random fucking boyfriend. Fucking Cody loves it.
Oh my God. The sexualization of a lesbian.
Yeah. And so I was like, then I, of course, would be like, yeah, me too.
Oh my god. You're like my boyfriend.
But low-key
too.
dying inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to be my girlfriend is what that was? So anyways, are we serious yet?
Right. So there was definitely some of that. I think that was what I had with you was the first like and most intense like lesbian experience I had.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an honor as fuck. Like, I'm serious. That's an honor as fuck. And also, it's an honor knowing the fact that there was not a single vagina touch the entire time that we were together. So we've never hooked up. Everybody needs to stop asking that. My mom has asked me that question.
I know, and Court
and Courtney.
So funny.
They were absolutely sure, 100% sure. So when I was like, no.
But I think what Courtney said was like, have you ever done anything? And she bet your mom money and then lost.
And then lost because my mom was like, no, they have not. There's no way. Well, we have made out intensely for a couple of hours at a time, but that's it. Yes, exactly. Courtney won. I don't know if you watch Court, but if you do,
love you, Court.
You won. That's for sure, girl. Oh my god.
Also, happy birthday. It's only been a second.
Oh yeah, that is true. Happy birthday. They went and did like a whole brunch thing for her. It was so cute.
No. Also, why does that woman never age?
She looks the fucking
she
same.
Never ages.
She looks exactly
the same as when I met her.
Same as she did.
I think I met her like 9 years old.
Anyways, so that's kind of our relationships as of right now. I feel like we're keeping close friendships. You're kind of making friendships with like your gigs and stuff.
I'm for sure trying.
Yeah. I haven't even opened myself up to the possibility of like new close friendships because I'm just so comfy where I'm at.
My closest friendships right now are I live in Central California, are in Central Oregon, in Arizona, and in Spain. So I'm nowhere near any of my like, ride or dies.
Yeah.
And I have been really trying to make new friends. So I guess that's probably the highlights of my, relationship situation is trying as an adult to make new friends.
They need dating apps for friends, which they have Bumble BFF,
I guess, yeah.
But I don't know anybody that uses it for that.
No, me neither.
And I think that people would still use like a friendship, like swiping app for dating too. But
I tried to do like meet just friends on her, and then which is a dating app.
I've never used that app before.
It's really queer friendly, and people are super straightforward about what they want and need. And like I had some experiences where like, the first conversation is literally like, so what are you looking for? XYZ. Oh, well, I'm looking for ABC. So have a nice life.
Yeah.
It's that straightforward.
That's
and I really appreciate
so rad.
that. It's the only app I've ever had that experience.
Literally her, if you want to sponsor me, let me know. I'll take it for sure.
So yeah, I tried to make some friends on there and then low key ended up dating the person I made friends with.
You would do that though. Like, and I think a lot of people would do that, to be honest. But I think it would be beneficial to have something that's just like mostly for friends.
Right.
That is not also used for dating. Like Bumble BFF is great, but Bumble came out as a dating app.
Yeah.
And so if you come out as a friendship app, I wonder how popular you would really be. But as an adult, it's so hard to make friends.
Well, when you're in school and you are actively involved in like sanctioned extracurricular activities, like you have that built-in time to build connections with people. And in this day and age, basically what do you have that's consistent other than work?
Yeah.
And also sometimes, depending on where you work, it can be taboo to make personal connections with people because of like HR rules.
Exactly. Well, there's that, and then there's also like this girl that I do her lashes. She's one of my clients, and she was talking about how she met a friend that she's gonna go have lunch with at the gym. I don't talk to jack shit anyone at the gym. Like I don't. That's not a place where I'm making friends for sure. But workout classes or dance classes or something like that, I would love to do that, and I would make friends doing those things. But they're expensive,
right?
And so like that's hard too.
They do have like a more social dynamic. People generally come a little early, they stay a little late.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of social time almost built in when people like can't get an aspect of the routine or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I think that at some point I'm gonna have to just like work it in and basically budget for friendships because I need to make more. I need to have more connection. I like have so much love in me to give. Like I need to connect.
So I've been doing the same thing, and this is part of why I joined the burlesque troupe and my dance company. Was I was like, and kind of do this twofold. I can be performing professionally and making money doing that, but I have a designated rehearsal space. Mondays and Wednesdays, I have time where I can make friends, and especially queer friends.
Yeah, queer friends are a big one.
Which are low key few and far between on the Central Coast.
For sure.
I find when I go up to San Luis Obispo, there are a lot more queer people. But when I first got here, I would legit, there were months where I wouldn't see like a single fucking queer person. And people wouldn't even know queer terms like, what even is pansexual, what even is polyamory, what even is transgender versus transsexual. Like I would literally have to explain this to people even our age, which is kind of a new thing to me because at least even though like where we're from in Oregon, like it's kind of backwards sometimes, like at least they're aware of that stuff.
Well, and to me, I tell people like I identify as a lesbian, but I identify as polysexual. Right. And that is different. And that's like something I don't want to have to explain to everybody.
100%.
But there's so many people outside of like our hometown, that central little place, that would understand that without me having to explain it.
Right. And also I lived in Los Angeles for like 7-ish years. So like that was, I never had to explain shit.
No. You can say anything in the world and everyone's like, yep.
Super nice.
Wonderful.
It's kind of a new experience outside of like the brief time I lived in the South. I lived in North Carolina for a second. Never do that shit. It's the worst.
It's a bad idea.
Anyway.
You're right.
Anyway, the point is that I moved to the Central Coast. I was like, why are queer people like invisible? I would see one person that was like identifiably queer, like shaved half a head with blue hair and like hanging out with their friend who is wearing like, fucking like overalls hanging off the shoulder with one on their forehead. Type of shit. Yeah. And I would see them, and if they were identifiably queer, I would literally walk up to them when I first moved here and be like, can I please grab your Insta? I'm literally starving for queerness.
Yeah, you have to sometimes. The thing is that I feel like a lot of the times, in at least where our hometown is, there's people who are identifiably queer and people who are just super alternative. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes that's hard to just go up to people like that. But also where we're from is not very like, I wouldn't say super social media friendly. I wouldn't say super trendy. Okay.
It's a little bit trendy.
It's a little trendy because everybody wants to fucking live there. But that's not what I'm meaning. Okay.
They don't keep up.
Yeah, they super don't keep up. So anyway, queer friendships are hard to find in where I live. Anyways, but now
it's easier there than it is here.
That's crazy to me.
It's absolutely nuts. I was like, they are nowhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it wasn't until I started doing like specifically queer activities like burlesque and drag in the community that I was able to make real queer friendships, which is super important to me.
I'm glad that you've made those friendships.
I don't need all of my friends to be queer, but I do feel there is an inherent piece of understanding.
Yeah.
And I don't have to explain, and I don't appreciate explaining either.
There's a lot less explaining to do when it comes to queer friendships, and especially when you're in a poly relationship.
Yeah.
Like that makes things a lot harder. I mean, because there's so much to explain, and then you have that look that people give you, like,
yeah, and all the different ways that you can do polyamory.
Yeah, there's 100,000 of them. So,
to not have to explain all of that, it really eliminates like a lot of work. It does make a friendship more enjoyable in the beginning. It's easier to connect with someone when it's not, an educational experience.
Yeah, exactly. When you just feel like you're Google. Spitting out information. I feel like that's kind of a good place to
Totally.
maybe end our conversation.
Right. I know, I feel bad because like we went into this like, let's talk about the last year of our 20s. We almost didn't at all.
No, not really. So I don't know. The last year of our 20s. Well, right now I'm 6 months in, and I feel like it's the hardest year of my 20s I've ever had. So there's my takeaway from this right now. What about you?
I will be 30 in September. And I would not say it's the hardest year of my 20s. It's definitely an adjustment year.
Yeah, a get your shit together year. I think
For
29
sure.
is. That's what that is.
I do agree. I feel a lot of pressure.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. There's a lot of pressure of like societal pressure, familial pressure. There's a lot of pressure, regardless, to have your shit together by the time you turn 30.
Yeah,
and also, I just think it's unrealistic.
It is unrealistic
pressure,
and also it doesn't help too that like I'm a performer. I'm in I'm in the like movies and dancing commercial situation industry.
Yeah,
and then also my brother has he's an architect. For all of you,
God, that's like a very different.
It's a very straight line.
Yeah.
You do X, Y, Z.
And here he is doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so he was very able to go to school, start his career in the small firm, move up to the big firm, have a child, get married, have a child, like literally in the
ideal order.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I look at him and I have to stop myself and be like envious.
I do the same thing I compare myself to my brother.
Yeah.
Because he's like doing it in this order.
Well, it has such a specific path. And it's honestly not just even outside of performing. Like if that's not the career I chose, it's just kind of not who I am.
No, you're not.
I'm really a freeform person.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not a traditional person. And I think that there's part of me that wants to be traditional. Like I tried to be that for a long time. But in all reality, that's just not who I am. Even as a queer woman, I'm not traditional anyways. Right. So why try and fit yourself into a mold that's just simply not possible?
So I'd say going into 30, I'd say a lot of 29 is about editing, like internally editing the narrative that I am supposed to be somewhere.
People tell me all the time, you don't look like you're 29. I'm like, tell me again.
I got 3 times this week, and I say 3 times. That makes me sound like a fucking alcoholic, of course. But
you bought champagne.
I bought champagne, yeah, when you came, and
we did not get ID here. I think that's the first time I've ever.
Yeah, Nolan and I went on a date, and then I think what else was it? I think it was another date.
Another date.
Because that's the other piece of my relationship situation is I have my main squeeze. I practice hierarchical polyamory. And so the other half of my dating life is kind of ongoing. At all times. Yeah.
That's actually fun though.
It is fun.
I feel like that's like a fun thing to kind of like
fall
into.
Yeah, I get to live in my like sort of like 20s, like sort of slutty phase, like serial dating type of situation, but also really be able to come home to someone and have that security.
Come home to your hubby.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, and I can't wait until you guys. I don't know. When are you getting a ring on your finger? What's happening?
Well, we have one picked out.
Oh my God, this is news to me.
We have one picked out. He asked me specifically, I want to get you exactly what you want.
Oh, he would. He would do that. That's very Nolan.
He did. So I gave him a description, and he gave me some pitches based on research he had done. Yeah. And we found one we agreed on. Uh-huh. It is the aesthetic, at least, that we agreed on, and we have been shopping around for jewelers to basically revamp it because we found this style of ring on Etsy. Uh-huh. And it's fucking beautiful, and not cheap by any means. I want to say that, but he is also I don't want to have to always have to refurbish it, so I'm just gonna get you the real fucking thing. Yeah. So we're getting that ring and that design with the real stones and the 14 karat gold, etc. But it's a rose gold ring with, it has lab grown, by the way, diamonds. They're less expensive and they are chemically exactly the same, and there's no slavery. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And then pink sapphires, because everything in my life is pink.
You should go to.
I'm basically Barbie.
I don't know if you guys have looked into it or not, but Reed got my brother, he got his the engagement ring for Chazzy through this place called Brilliant. I think it's called Brilliant Earth.
Okay.
And he worked with like a person from there, and they made the ring. He like handcrafted it basically. And I would suggest going through them.
What did you say it's called?
Brilliant Earth.
Brilliant Earth. Okay.
Yeah, I would suggest going through them. It's an online situation, so it's not like you go into a jeweler or whatever, but you have like a contact and everything, and they obviously keep you updated along the way. And they work with you really well.
Yeah.
If my brother can do it, so can you.
Right. So we have a picture of exactly what we want to look like and exactly what stones and metal we want. We've just been shopping at jewelers to see like what is most like reasonably priced and has the most reasonable like payment schedule.
Yeah, no, for sure. Go ahead and look at Brilliant Earth and see what you can find there, because there's obviously like pre-made, but you can contact them and like work with them on what you want it to look like and everything. And that's what we did. So yeah, I would suggest doing that.
Anyway, it's huge. It's huge.
you like huge things, so
it's
that makes
huge,
sense.
And it's super fucking pink. Is the point.
My
it's
God,
like hot
obsessed.
pink with like diamonds
That's
on the
so
side.
you. If you guys could see this girl's closet, my God. Yes.
It's so colorful, but there's a lot of pink. Yeah.
It's 100% you. That's so fun. I mean, look at the purse, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can see it. It's strawberry jelly.
There we go. Anybody who is not watching the video version, head over now so you can see the strawberry jelly purse with the nutrition facts on the back.
Oh, yeah, and they're extra. Like, they're super silly. It says, like, super cute, 100%, bright and colorful, 100%.
That's so cute. I'm obsessed with that. All right. Well, it seems to be getting a little louder here as of now. And I think that this is a good time to, I think it's a good time to wrap it up. And I would love to have you on again soon. So we'll have to
do like a Zoom chat or something.
Yeah, we'll have to do something. This has been super fun. So why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
Okay, I'm basically at Karsen at everything. That's at D as in dog, E as in elephant.
I'll put your links down below, dude.
K-A-R-S as in snake, E-N as in Nancy.
D Karsen, literally on everything.
Karsen on basically everything. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Basically, fucking extrapolate.
Yes, wonderful. Cool. Well, go check out her socials. She's got all sorts of fun dance stuff on there, and
some dance videos.
Yes.
Also, if you are, I will just plug myself. Shamelessly.
Plug it. Go for it. Do it.
If you cast anything, hire me, bitches. I have reels and dance stuff all over my social.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to have you, and I love you.
I love you.
We're gonna go get some dinner and all of the above. So, thanks for hanging out for the last hour or so. Love ya.
Bye.